Hey guys, so in my last video I asked you to ask me some questions for this Q&A and I got over 100 questions, so thank you guys so much. I obviously won't be able to get through all of them, but if I don't answer your question, I do have an Ask FM, which will be linked in the description, so you can head on over there and ask me anything you want. Also, I set up a Facebook page instead of people adding my personal Facebook because it's just gotten to the stage now where I can't really keep accepting people I don't know because it is my personal one and stuff like that. So that is also in the description. I'd really appreciate it if you'd give it a like, and I'll be posting loads of photos and videos and status updates and everything like that on there once it gets going a bit. So yeah, we'll jump on into the questions. So the first question is, are you planning on increasing your arena size? And this is like always asked, and yes, we are. It's just kind of in the process and it's taking a while to get things done, but it should be finished by the end of the summer anyway. Next question, do you have any plans for Cal and Dali, like in-hand showing or anything like that? And no, I don't really know much about showing, and it's not really like to any benefit for me to show because obviously I do show jumping. So with Dali, he'll just be chilling in the field until he's ready to be broken, and Cal is 3 this year, so I'll be backing him and just doing a little bit of light work, and then he'll get a break until my Christmas holidays, and then I'll do hopefully a little bit more work with him. I'd love to do a bit of jumping with him as a 4-year-old, but it'll depend on college, and long-term plan kind of depends on how good they are, really. What's the highest I've ever jumped is 1.55 m with Welbeck, and there's actually a video on my channel, I think. Do you think you'll ever get another horse to go up the levels beside Welbeck? I'd love to, but with college I can only compete a couple of months of the year, so it would be kind of a waste to have 2 competition horses sitting in the field for the majority of the year. So yeah, kind of realistically, probably not. Who's the horse you've fallen off the most, and are you excited to start back in Cal? The horse I've fallen off the most was probably my old pony Marley, because he used to stop all the time at jumps, and I'd also fall off almost every time. And I'm so excited to start working with Cal. He actually got his feet done today, so I'm going to be starting tomorrow and hopefully get a few videos and everything. Are my parents horsey? No, they're not at all, but my dad has gotten fairly interested in them since I've started horse riding, and he is so good that he will give me a hand and everything. My mum still isn't very keen though. The worst fall I've ever had, I've never actually broken any bones, touch wood, but the worst was probably when my old pony Toby slipped on the road and fell on my leg, mostly because it was years ago and I still have quite a bit of trouble with my knee from it, but yeah, it's grand. Do you think you'll ever make your career out of equestrian, or will it be your sport? I can't really see myself working full-time as a rider or anything, mostly because it's really hard to make a living out of it. And also I'm currently studying veterinary, so in 3 years time I'm going to be a qualified vet, and that'll be my career. I'll always have horses though, and ride and compete and everything for sure though. Are you planning to put Fiona in foal again this year or in the future? We're not putting her in foal this year anyway, and the plan is a little bit uncertain for her. It kind of depends on a lot of things. I'm going to be riding her this summer though, so we'll see how that goes. What days will I be going to the RDS? I see this all the time and I just never answer because I really don't know. I'll definitely be going the day for the Nations Cup anyway, and then anything else kind of just depends on what day my friends are going or anything like that. Have you ever drag hunted before, and do you think you'd ever try? I've done a couple of like little hunts before, like little logs, and not that huge hedge jumping ones or anything because I just don't have the horse or the balls for that. What's your favourite tack brand? I'm not really a tack brand person, although I do love CWD, but I've never owned anything from them, so I can't really say. The majority of my bridles and reins and stuff are from Mackie, just because they're really affordable but really good quality. I'm pretty terrible at spending big money on tack. I just can't justify it. Do you get nervous for shows? If not, any tips on how to cope? I used to get ridiculously nervous, but I've definitely gotten better lately, I think. Mostly just make sure your main goal is to have fun, and smile loads to trick your body into thinking you haven't a care in the world, because it actually works. What are your aims with Welbeck this year? The aims are to jump in a 135 kind of Grand Prix show as opposed to just the normal 135 weekly shows that we did last year. And I would love to do a 140 with her as well. I'd also love to qualify for the RDS, but sure, look, we'll see if that happens. If you could ride any world class horse, who would it be? it would definitely be Cian O'Connor's horse Good Luck, because he is just amazing. I love him so much. My favourite saddle pad is my terracotta Lamia pad, just because I love that colour so much. And then also my Mackie navy Shownumna, because it's so pretty. I love it. How long have you been riding and how did you get into it? I actually don't know how long I've been riding because I have a terrible memory and I was trying to work it out, but I think it was around 12 years. And I started because we actually moved into a house that was directly opposite our riding school, and like every other girl, I saw the ponies and I was all about that life. I wanted to do it. So I started and I never looked back. How do you manage college and riding competitively? How often do you ride and how do you fit it around study, work? Yeah, I don't really manage it very well, in fairness. I'm pretty lucky that I get about 4 months off for my summer holidays, so I'm able to fit in a lot of shows then. And then this year, for the last few weeks leading up to my holidays, I was at home as much as possible to ride, which is probably going to be reflected in my grades, but sure, I know where my priorities are. I'm lucky that I only live an hour away from college, so it's kind of manageable to be at home to the horses often, but if I lived further, then it just wouldn't really work. Am I going to sell Indy and when? Yes, I am going to sell Indy. I see this all the time. I'm just going to get her out schooling a bit so she has a little bit more in her CV. And then I'll put up her ad and we'll see. What age were you when you got your first horse and how long were you riding? I was 11 and I had been riding about 3 years, I think, but my dad got me a foal, which is Jack, who I still have, because I definitely wasn't ready to own my own pony or ride. Like, I was kind of shy, to be fair. So my dad figured that by the time he was old enough to ride that I'd have given up on horses, but that he was obviously wrong about that. So that's all the questions I could kind of get around to in this time. So yeah, I hope you like this kind of voiceover Q&A of a Tack Up With Me video, and maybe give me some suggestions of what other kind of videos you'd like to see. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.